here we are back on the stand, just waiting for other animals to come to the scent that we brought out. As you remember, we thought, or we hoped, that the animals stayed in the area as we were using a bow. This was very possible, and as you can see, the first very small elk bull is already interested in the scent again. This is still not live commented, but of course the next videos will be live again. This is just because when I took the footage, as I said, my voice was not really ready. So there I just saw a second elk bull, and this is a female also coming back. So yes, I get a lot of questions from you guys sometimes. The funny thing is that I get most of the questions on the Hunter profile, which I find kind of odd sometimes. I mean, I would rather like to see you guys commenting on YouTube, because then everybody could read it up, and also everybody could take something from the answers I give. But that's just something that you can do however you want it. I answer you on YouTube and on my profile, of course. So yes. So there you can see now that the scent works really well. And at this point I plan to take one with this one I want to take, and look at the untypical rack that he has. He has a on the left side, from our point of view, there is at least 2 drop tines, so it's a very interesting looking rack. So I decided I wanted to go for that one, and as you can see, it really goes fast that you get surrounded by all the elks. So I wanted to wait until this one gets into range. As I said, I plan to use the bow, and for the bow he was still a little bit too far away, and then they spooked. So I decided to pick up the first elk that we shot, the big trophy one, but on my way there I picked up a call again from a bull elk. So I decided to put up the tripod and to call him in. So a lot of people also ask me, like, they want to know, hey, I want to hunt elk, where and when, like what time is best and where. And it's really difficult to answer questions like that, because there is I think 3 different maps for elk. It's you can find elk on Saddler Creeks, on White Heart Island, and on Red Feather Falls. But for me, really, I said it already last time, on the Darkwood Lodge, around the Darkwood Lodge, I find the most elk. Like where I am now, that's like being surrounded by elk. So yeah, But this is really not the best advice, you know. You could also go on Settler Creeks and have a spot there where you find them every time. It's just like I said, the animals have patterns, and when you observe really close, you will find out the times when they go to meadows to graze. And here you can see a weird bug. It's the tracer arrow has a normal look, but is still the tracer arrow. So I think that's a bug that they fixed. You can see the shot was a little bit too low, and the animal straight away ran really far. So I knew already this is going to be some tracking work. But nevertheless, I wanted to go first and pick up the big elk bull that we shot. So I put together the, like I put away the tripod, and then I first checked the blood trail, and of course it was body blood, so that was not really good. Also something, we saw the competition of the mule deer tutorial video. That was an official competition from the developers, and my last guest from Let's Talk About Hunting, Billy the Crayon, won, so congratulations to you. And it was really cool to see all the entries. There have been some really good videos. And the next competition will be a tutorial about bear hunting, but now let's focus on this nice trophy here. It's really a big bull, and I get a call of a whitetail. So I thought, let's give that a try too. So I straight away called him back. So now finally I could pick up that wonderful elk, and it was a long shot and a score of 311.023, which is great. And this shaking thing happened again. This was fixed once, and now it appears now and then again. But as you see, it's gone already. So this is really a nice rack, and I was kind of proud. And it even has a drop tine on the left side, as you can see there. So without that, the score would have been even better. Which leads me to a topic that I also read about many times on the forums, and that is untypical scoring. Now, I do not know that much about the scoring systems. I know how the scoring for the typical racks works, like the normal typical scoring system. But when it comes to untypical scoring systems, I really have no idea. So a lot of people say they really want untypical scoring, and here you can see I take the opportunity on another elk bull that just comes up here. I take a fast shot, and it was a hit, but again I'm really not sure how good that hit is. So now I have two animals that are wounded, kind of. So that was a little bit maybe, well, not well thought of. And of course the whitetail buck is still calling, so I want to check him out too. So I'm kind of at this stage I was really dealing with several things at the same time, so I had to remember everything in my head. So I first went to the place where I shot this elk to check out the blood trail, and also I think I will mark it also on the Hunter Mate. So yeah, again about the untypical scoring system. Many people want to see that, and as I said, I have not much knowledge about it. And here you can see another elk. Don't know if that was a male or a female. I think it was a male. But I let him go because I don't want to shoot the rifle here, because it would have spooked the whitetail buck. Yeah, so maybe you can also tell me your thoughts about that untypical scoring system. There must be something existing like this, because when you look around on the internet you find scores of heavily untypical racks. And I know there is a scoring system, but I don't know how it works. And I also know that there is much more untypical things in racks than only drop tines and things like that. So I actually only saw some drop tine kind of untypical tines on the hunter animals. I haven't seen like untypical forms of main beams or things like that. So yeah, I would like to see that on this game, just because it makes the variations so much higher. But I don't want to complain about the variation, because I think it's kind of high enough already. And yeah, there is the whitetail, very small. So I just checked him out for a little bit. He is not really worth shooting, but as you guys know me, I mostly take the opportunities. But I also knew that there could be more elks in the area, and I knew that there were probably wounded animals in the area. So I actually also didn't want to risk a rifle shot here, because I didn't know how fast the animals that I wounded will go down. If you only hit a leg or something and you keep spooking the animal, it can go like, you know, just to the other end of the map, and you won't ever find it again. So then I tried to get in bow range within the whitetail. But he detected me and spooked. So I followed the trails of the second elk I shot, and without the tracer flare I would have not seen him there. So as I saw he was in nervous stage, I just took the rifle and shot him. So I would not say that a tracer arrow is no advantage. I think it really helps in finding animals. So it was a long, hard shot. And this is, I think that was the elk with the drop tines. And you can see the first shot was to the shoulder blade, and that was of course the reason why he lived so long after I shot him with the bow. But with the rifle I got his shoulder blade again and the left lung, and the score was 221.370. So here you can see it again, the drop tines. One is going to the side, it's not actually a drop tine, it's just an untypical tine, but that one I would consider a drop tine. So yeah, now it was only one left that I had to find, and I did not wait to pick up the trail, and sadly when I found him he was still alive. You know, that was the one I even shot before I picked up that 311 scoring elk. So straight when I saw him, also I saw the tracer arrow very early, so I decided to end his misery as soon as possible. So yeah, I can just say that when you're searching for the animal, the tracer arrow helps a lot. So here it is. It's actually a very small one, but nevertheless I think it's the 4th elk that we shot in this episode. Yeah, I think we have 4 elks then. And as again, shoulder blade, and the second shot went through the lungs and into the skull. So score of 113.837 I think it was. Yeah, nothing special, but still, this was a really nice bow hunting, and we did some follow-up shots with the lever action rifle, so this really was a great hunt. And that's also the reason why I decided to put some after commenting over it. Here I thought that maybe I should continue a little bit with that hunt, but later I decided to not continue because I realized that my voice just was not gonna make it. So yeah, that was the reason why I still wanted to show you that video, and thanks for watching and happy hunting to you.